Happy Monday, you minties. This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, and join me today as I take an advanced look at the Heroes Reborn, the Return Omnibus from Marvel Comics. So please stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. Now, before I take a look at this omnibus, I want to give a huge shout out to David Gabriel and all the folks at Marvel for sending us an advanced copy of this book. This particular omnibus comes out in the direct market on September 9th. And of course, the direct market means places like cheapgraphicnovels.com, Tales of Wonder, in-stock trades, and your local comic book shop. Now, really quick, where does this fit into the reading order of what is known as the Heroes Reborn universe? Now, without giving any spoilers away, well, a little bit of spoilers maybe, it all kicks off with the X-Men Avengers Onslaught Omnibus. That is the story that, through a series of unfortunate circumstances, the heroes that were not mutants got transferred over to what is known as the Heroes Reborn universe. So it was almost like the image creators like Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld, Whilce Portacio, got to play around with the Marvel characters that they once drew. And that is collected all in here, all 12 issues of Iron Man, Avengers, Fantastic Four, and Captain America. Not the 13th issues, what was that called, the World War III, because that has Wildstorm characters, but it has all 12 of the original issues of those 4 miniseries. Now, that was only for a year, meaning that the heroes had to come back to the 616 universe, right? And that's where we are with this. So I hope that was a really quick explanation as how this story kind of came about. Let's take a closer look at this omnibus. So there it is, Heroes Reborn, The Return. I know that's kind of a confusing title, but I hope I did a pretty good job explaining why it's called The Return. Retails for $125. Let's look at it under the dust jacket. Now this dust jacket has artwork on it by Salvador La Roca. Let's look at it underneath. Now we have this beautiful image from Carlos Pacheco. And I think this is an ad. I don't think this was a cover. Let's look inside. Now, one of the biggest questions I've had so far is, how much double dipping does this do? Well, not really a lot, because this was previously collected in a trade paperback, and even this trade paperback just collects some of the one-shots that are collected in here. So let's open this up. Let's get in here. It's got the Onslaught purple bookend pages. And it's got an image by Rob Liefeld, Salvador La Roca, and Rob Liefeld. And actually, all that is Salvador La Roca and Rob Liefeld. So here is the miniseries that kicked off the return, because these heroes had to come back, because they were only leased for a year. Before we go further, though, here are some names that made this book possible, like Mark Beasley, Maya Loy, Lisa Montalbano, Jennifer Grunwald, Joe Hoshton, of course, David Gabriel, and a special thanks to Doug Shark of My Comic Shop. Second time I've seen that. Alright, so here's what's come before. Kind of give you a quick rundown of what I just said earlier. So I didn't even need to do that. And then, of course, the important players who are coming back. So yes, the characters needed to come back. By the way, the miniseries is written by Peter David, and all of it is drawn by Salvador La Roca with inks by Art Thibert. I never got to meet him. Great inker. So this is during the time when, like I said, the heroes were away, and Franklin Richards was hanging out with the Generation X characters. They had a little miniseries called The Daydreamers, and he got to hang out with Man-Thing. Man-Thing was kind of brought back from obscurity. I'm not going to tell you exactly how the heroes come back, but it does have something to do with the Celestials, Loki, Franklin Richards, who got to stay. Even Bruce Banner and the whole... Well, nah, never mind. I'm not even going to bother explaining that if you have not read it. We have the character in the other universe, the Heroes Reborn universe. This right here, Ricky Bucky Barnes. So Captain America had a female sidekick in the Heroes Reborn universe. And by the way, one thing I forgot to mention really quick is that you may have seen this name. Some people refer to it as the Heroes Reborn universe. Others refer to it as the Counter-Earth universe. As a matter of fact, when there's a 10th anniversary, like in the 10th anniversary celebrating the Heroes Reborn universe, or the Counter-Earth universe, as I mentioned, that's what they call it, especially when the Exiles travel there. But we're going to get there. We're not going to jump there quite yet. So what does this book collect? It collects the Heroes Reborn The Return 4-issue miniseries, the Thor Annual, that's the one by Dan Jurgens from the Heroes Return, 1999, Heroes Reborn Doomsday, Ashima, Masters of Evil, Rebel, Remnants, Young Allies, Doom, Fantastic Four, 25 and 31, Doom, the miniseries from the 2000, 1, 2, and 3. Because something happens to Doom that he's not fully back, and he keeps going back and forth between these universes, because it's Doctor Doom, of course. The Emperor Returns miniseries, 1, 2, and 3. Thunderbolts, this is what I love about this collection. Thunderbolts 51 and 52, 60 through 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, and 74. There are material from the in-between issues that just have to do with the Counter-Earth. And then Exiles, 81 through 82. That's when they were hopping through the different Marvel universes, including the Counter-Earth series. And those Exile issues are the ones that celebrate the 10-year anniversary. And they also did this thing, Marvel, that got Jeff Loeb involved, because he was the original writer on the Captain America book when it was over in the Heroes Reborn universe. He came back and wrote something called Onslaught Reborn, because they were celebrating the 10-year anniversary, and he was teamed up with Rob Liefeld to do this. So this brings back Onslaught. Not going to reveal who that is or anything. And then there was a follow-up series to that called Onslaught Unleashed. That one came out, I think, the same year in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. And then this also collects the Marvel Spotlight Heroes Reborn, Onslaught Reborn. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this has a lot of material. Here's the Onslaught Unleashed. This has 1,136 pages. I don't think Onslaught Unleashed was collected in much of anything other than I think there was a small trade paperback. Now, as far as the Thunderbolts, none of this has been previously collected. So there's a lot of pages here. Patrick Searcher doing the artwork. Of course, Fabian Nicieza writing it. So I was very excited to see this stuff. And as far as some of these one-shots, they've never been collected either. The trade paperback just has some of them. So there's the talents of Tony Bedard, Chuck Dixon, Joe Casey, Joe Kelly, Dan Jurgens, of course Chris Claremont writing these Fantastic Four issues, which have never been collected in oversized format. We've had 2 trade paperbacks of the Fantastic Four Heroes Return. That's when they relaunched the line with a new volume. And that's just the writers. As far as some of the artists, I'm sure flipping through here, you've seen Mike McKone, Mark Bagley, Carlos Pacheco, Charlie Adler. That's the guy that drew or went on to do Walking Dead. Forgot he did this little one-shot. There's also Ethan Van Sciver. He did I think it was the Young Allies. Now there's Mark Bagley. So there's all kinds of artists that are in this collection. So let's look at extras in the back and then talk a little bit about if you're going to be double dipping, because I'm actually kind of surprised. So here are the extras in the back. These are variant covers to the Heroes Reborn, the Return, to Onslaught Unleashed. You had a Michael Turner cover, Joe Mad cover, Ed McGuinness, Jeffrey Scott Campbell, and Simone Bianchi. Then, of course, the Onslaught Unleashed variants. As far as double dipping, not really a lot in oversized format. As a matter of fact, I think just Onslaught Unleashed is the only thing that has been collected before in oversized format. Trade paperbacks, as I mentioned, have collected Heroes Reborn, the Return before, and some of those one-shots, but not all of them, and certainly not those miniseries with Doom. The trade paperbacks of the Chris Claremont Fantastic Four run have collected those issues of Fantastic Four, but not in oversized format. And nothing has ever collected those Thunderbolts issues, which is freaking awesome to have here. I did a Thunderbolts reading order. Aha, here it is. This is the promo poster. Okay, so it's a poster, not a house ad. And as I was saying, yeah, Thunderbolts, I did a reading order last year, I believe. So it makes me happy to see more Thunderbolts collected. Can't wait for that Thunderbolts Omnibus coming out in 2021. So I hope that answers most of the questions that I'm going to be having, and if you have more, of course, leave it in the comments section. This is the spotlight here. Here's some more unused covers. There were Wizard covers. Oh, man. This is a Onslaught Reborn. I'm glad they collected this, because this is a really beautiful, touching introduction talking about Sam Loeb, which is Jeff Loeb's son, who passed away of cancer at an early age. It's both from Jeff and from Rob Liefeld. And Rob Liefeld sketches, page layouts, or cover layouts and pencils here from Jeffrey Scott Campbell and Joe Mad. And let's see. Now, My girl here, Ricky Barnes. It's not the last time you see her. Not in these pages. Here, let's go back to this, because just seeing these Thunderbolts in oversized format makes me wish for a day when we have all of Kurt Busiek's run, all of Fabian Niciesa's run in oversized format. Hell, I'd take one of the damn Fight Club in oversized format as well. And then seeing Exiles, this is the Tony Bedard run, and Jimmy Calafiore, makes me wish one day we would have all of this collected in oversized format. Now, 1,136 pages. Let's look at this binding. I'm sure you could tell it is sewn binding, and there is that eye you want to see. No longer the flat spines that a lot of people were worried about that Marvel was going to go to. That's no longer the case. We are back to these curved spines. Now, if you're interested in purchasing this book, please check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off the cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. And check out their bargain bin for even greater deals up to 90% off cover price. And for you minties, Cheap Graphic Novels is running a special promotion. If you're a first-time customer, let them know you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discounts, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the contents of this omnibus, the build of the book, and of course, the page count. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have any more questions, what you thought about the miniseries, if you've read it, if you're upgrading from the trade paperback, if you had no idea what this even was. I hope I was able to clarify some of those questions in this video. And at this moment, I just want to remind you all, we can be found on Redbubble and on Patreon. Great ways to support the channel if you can do so. And thank you to our existing patrons. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't hit like yet. And the subscribe button, of course, if you have not subscribed yet. What are you waiting for? We put out videos every day. And don't forget to ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live or when we have new videos uploaded. And more importantly, please everybody, stay healthy, stay safe out there, and much love to all of you.